What's up, guys? It's Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, we're doing another YBY1 VOD review. It's been a few days since I've done one of him. You know, I did my Dish Soap VOD review, Kiyun VOD review. I've been doing a lot of different people recently. I mean, all, of course, beasts of the game, S-tier players. But I thought maybe we'd come back to the king of Vietnam, YBY1. He is currently ranked 2 North America. He's about 20 LP below Setsuko, and they are both almost at 800 LP. And the only other person that's even like in the same tier as them is Dish Soap, who's a little over 700. Rank 4 is then at like 500 LP. So it's like a three-way race for rank 1 between Setsuko, YBY1, and Dish Soap, and then no one else is even close, which is just crazy. So let's watch some more YBY1, see if we can learn from his crazy, you know, as I've talked about in the past, you know, he plays for Streak, he plays for Strongest Board type playstyle. This is interesting. He's almost looking at, because, ooh, I would never think about a Mogul's Mail here, but this is already a pretty cool take for me. Because Mogul's Mail, I really like. I mean, you want to take it when you can actually proc it, right? And we have 3 offensive components here. I really like Mogul's Mail slammed with another defensive item, but we don't have that here. So it's certainly a little bit scary here. He gets Patient Study, which is a fantastic augment for, you know, pushing levels type strategy, fast 8, fast 9 that YBY1 loves to go for. So I imagine this will be the pickup here. Not other bad options at all, though. We have 2 healthy, which is really, really nice, but we don't have any 2 costs yet. But that augment is crazy this set, just because there's a lot of 2 costs you can fit in. There's it's going to be Epic, which we would have to commit to playing around Mythic, and the only issue with committing to playing around Mythic is I don't think we have a single Mythic unit. Also interesting that we're going to go for attack speed kill here. I have to imagine that means we're going to build a Last Whisper as our first item here. Yep, and we're going to go Last Whisper plus Sword here with attack speed kill. It's going to be really, really nice. I guess his idea is that Garen, with this Mogul's Mail, just Garen 2 will be enough to proc it. I'm a little skeptical, but we'll see. If we can get this Mogul Mail procking with the Patient Study, we will be so far ahead of the rest of the lobby. But it's a big if, right? If we can get that proc, we need to fight people who are relatively weak, who don't have that much damage. It would also be really, really nice to get in Warden for this Garen to make it actually likely that this will get procced. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. He's actually doing this scary positioning on the right side here. I guess it's fine when you do it like this. Because if you box Sivir in like that, sometimes she can get stuck. It's not going to happen here because the unit in front of her is a Riven, and Riven's always going to walk up. But yeah, I'm already, like, no flame. YBY1, obviously a better player than me, but I'm already, like, you can see, we haven't proc Mogul's Mail once yet. I'm a bit surprised. Like, I would have taken something, even just like the Hull Crusher here, because that sort of, like, guarantees you. Ooh, we get our next augment immediately. Wait, let's go back. I was not expecting this as our encounter. He rolls already some, well, okay, we're never taking that, but Combat Caster is a fantastic option. I'm surprised he rolls it as quickly as he does, because this is one of my favorite augments in the game right now. It looks like he's just really interested in Inspiring Epitaph. He could take Support Item here. That might actually increase the chance of us getting this thing procced. I guess the idea is Inspiring Epitaph might also increase the chances of us getting this procced. It looks like he's going to reroll that as well, and just go for the I forget what this augment is called, but the one that tons of stats, that gives all your units stats. The idea, I would imagine, being hopefully this will get us to a Garen procking Mogul's Mail, because so far, yeah, it's been a bit rough. Okay, maybe versus this guy, they have a lot of like 1-star backline. We're up to 20 stacks here, 1 more cast here. The question is their backline gonna live long enough? No, it's not. Like, we have too much damage on this board, actually. Like, we're either losing fights and Garen's dying too fast, or we're killing units too quickly for Garen to proc this, which is so funny. With Sword Open here, yeah, IE looks like a fantastic pickup here. The question is, what are we actually playing from this spot? Because as many people have talked about, as the Kiyun tweet talked about, if you're not fast 9, you kind of have to, oh my god, he just got Fortune in. Wait, we're playing Fortune on this board? Holy. But yeah, if you're not going fast 9, you certainly want to, and yeah, he is finally gonna get Warden in here to increase the chance of Garen procking this. You want to be just playing Reroll, and I mean, maybe with Patient Study, we can go fast 9. Finally getting Warden here is going to increase the chance of us getting this proc. Look at this, finally. All right, at 2-5, we get our first Mogul's Mail proc. This could also be us making 20 gold. I mean, it will be, because we're actually going to win this fight with 3 Fortune in, which is actually really, really tragic. But at least it was only a 1 roll, so we can just cash out 1 gold here. And then, I mean, you could take out Fortune, but the question is really, what are we cutting it for? You could get Trick Shot back in. We don't actually have Story. Oh, you get Trick Shot Story Weaver back in if you wanted to, but he really wants to keep Fortune in here and potentially get a big Fortune cash out. I mean, this is certainly similar, actually, to the game that Kiyun played, right? He got Fortune in a little bit late, and, you know, he's going for a big Fortune cash out using Patient Study, and then like I was talking about, if we're not going fast 9, we must play reroll. Well, we don't really look positioned to play reroll here, so we got to go fast 9, and one of the best ways to do that is get fortune. And so yeah, we lost our streak immediately, but now we're just gonna restart this streak, go for it, and potentially yeah, see if we can make it to fast 9 with these items. He didn't end up actually slamming IE because he wanted to lose streak with fortune, but you know, maybe these items could go on. The problem is that, like, I mean, they could go on Irelia, but you don't want LW. Like, LW is actually pretty bad in Fast 9, just because you don't really care for the... if you're playing AD, you put Irelia in, and she already sunders, and, you know, like, if you don't play Irelia, which is pretty frequently, then you're putting this LW on, like, a Wukong, which, like, it's okay. It's just not great. If there's any item you'd slam for Fast 9 here, it would be a Shojin here. And I'm even surprised that we slammed the belt on Garen. I mean, it saves us some HP for sure, but I ideally want this belt to become a Morello's here. But we'll see. We're already level 6 with a lot of gold in bank, 50 gold, and already like a little bit pre-leveled up because of our setup here with... ooh, I mean, I like reforging the Moguls decently because I think most items would do better for us here. Any AD item, like, we can... The world is our oyster because we're likely to go fast 9 this game. And I guess he's not going to reforge it immediately. Wow, this is actually a really cute setup for YBY1. We're using Moguls as an early game, almost econ augment, and then we're probably going to reforge it later and just find some kind of late game item that we can put on one of our carries. If it's an AP item, it can go on, you know, the Where the Azir. If it's an AD/frontline item, it can go on like Wukong. If it's an AP front, you know, if we get like a Zanya's, that would go crazy on like an Udyr. So yeah, I mean, like, we could kind of use, and if it's a tank item, it can go on like Ornn. So you can kind of use whatever. With Warden in, we are fully proccing this every single time, which is really, really nice. Nice thing is that we're fighting a lot of boards that do a lot of... Like, this board is great for us because Kai'Sa does so many little instances of damage. And also, this looks like a... wow, beautiful one unit loss from YBY1 here. We get first pick on Carousel here. Like I was talking about, I'm really interested in the Morellos here. He's looking at maybe Spat? What does he want here? Well, Warmogs? Warmogs just to guarantee the proc? I mean, the idea is that, like, yeah, he still really wants to guarantee the proc. The downside is that we're killing a potential Morello component, which I think is one of the best possible late game items that you can have in TFT, just especially onto someone like a like a Hui or even an Azir. The upside is we get this Diana too, though, so I think that's part of the reason as well that he wanted this, is just to get the Diana too, because that is a unit that's very often going to go on our level 9 board. She's just a really good synergy bot, and yeah, he's also gonna make the Warmogs here, so increase the chance that we get this Mogul Smell procced, and that's just gonna get us to fast 9. I mean, this is a really cool setup from YBY1, and I think the reason he picked up Mogul's Mail was for this play pattern, where he was just going to go fast 9 using Moguls, which I think can be really solid. Oh, we cash out a Spat here, which is not amazing. Oh, and this is the Cho'Gath. This encounter is so scary. This is the encounter that either gives you 2 lesser duplicators or 1 big duplicator. This encounter, I think, is so scary. We actually fit Exalted in here, which is really cool. What's the Exalted setup here? It fit in once he fit Volibear, and I'd love for him to hover it, but this is a cute way to get Exalted in as well. I mean, it could also be the Diana, maybe like Volibear plus Diana plus 1. I'm not really sure what the plus 1 is here, but I think YBY1's gonna play around Exalted just because we're all pushing 9, and I mean, if it's got Diana, like, it's pretty reasonable to play around. I don't know what the other 2 units are. Like, Volibear's a little bit hard to play around. We're gonna roll a bit on 8 here, actually, even though, I mean, the problem is we're certainly gonna die, and now, oh my god, we're actually so back here. Really, okay, so, I mean, 38 HP, but we kind of had to roll here, actually. We want to go fast 9, but we're actually too low because of playing for fortune, so now we're going to roll down a lot. We already picked up a new deer. Picking up the Hui is also fantastic. We're kind of rolling for our entire 9 board. I'm surprised he isn't even interested in the Azir at all, but yeah, he really wants to roll down to pick some stuff up so he can use dupe on other things, but, I mean, he has to use it on Udyr at this point. And throw the tank items onto Diana, and build a TG onto Udyr, which is one of his better items. I wish we could give him some, like, real items. Wish we could have reforged the Moguls this round and seen if we could hit, like, a Zanya's or Infinity Force or something for him. But looks like, I mean, it's still a solid tank item, but this should be relatively stable. There's a really cool board to stabilize around as well. Ooh, I don't want reinforcement. I mean, yeah, best friends is fine. It just makes our positioning a little bit clunky, but we could make it work. There's the Ornn, which is really nice. You also can get Lissandra in, who's Exalted as well. It looks like, does it actually highlight the units that, I mean, it's certainly Volibear. Oh, it's Volibear, Lissandra, Diana. It looks like it highlighted. I mean, that's a very solid core of units. The Volibear is a little bit awkward to play, but he's actually playing around Ink Shadow here with the Kaisa and the Udyr here that like now it kind of all fits. I mean, what a cool board. The only downside is this Diana here is just cosmetic, right? She's just 4 Exalted. She doesn't actually have a synergy on this board because we don't have a Wukong yet. We don't have a Zyra yet. I don't know if we can even fit Zyra here because we want to play Trick Shot right now for the Kaisa, though I guess later down the line we could certainly cut Trick Shot. We'll see. But I mean, this is a really cool board, and ooh, yeah, he's actually gonna cut this Kaisa, or he's gonna cut the these, not the Zaya, man, the okay, whatever, the Sivir, I got there. Look, there are a lot of unit names in TFT. He's gonna cut the Sivir here for the Zaya because it's just a slightly better unit, which means we're probably never actually playing around Storyweaver in the late game here. But yeah, look how much work this Udyr does. We actually lose this by WoW to a Kog'Maw reroll. I'm pretty shocked here. Down to 26 HP. This is quite scary. I mean, we kind of have to push levels at this point. You could roll down for a Kaisa too, but we're going to get in a couple of rounds. So you just kind of have to trust in Mortog that we're going to get there. He could also pick up this Lysandra pair. He opts just to pick up a sword, though. He wants... I don't know what he wants here, actually. Because the next unit to itemize is kind of curious, and I'm also still not 100% sure what we want to be doing with this spat. I feel like we want to find something to do with it. He's going to make the GS here, and then just not have this this toxin item here. I mean, the toxin can go on Hui, right? It applies off everything, right? It's attack war ability, so Hui should apply it pretty well. Or we'll just put it on no one. I mean, that works too. okay, yeah, we finally get it down. Yeah, it kind of ends up being kind of a free... It does apply on ability as well, right? I thought for sure, but it almost looked like it didn't apply there on the backline off of Hui's ability. We are going to get Kaisa 2 finally, which is huge. Now he's looking at potentially cutting Hui because we don't actually need it for synergies anymore and just throwing this onto like Zaya. And then we can get the Syndra in here for Arcanist. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's not nothing. I don't know. I almost feel like Hui's a better unit, but I mean, AP to our entire board, especially onto this Udyr, is really, really nice. So I could see it for sure. And I mean, yeah, we've very interestingly put together a really, really creative board for YBY1. Like, I don't think most people have played this exact board ever, this set. So really, really cool board to put together. And I mean, it goes to show the fun of Exalted and the fun of Fast 9, Fast 8 in this set. It was really, really nice to see him roll a good bit at 8 there. He actually rolled a lot at 8. I think some people might even consider that like an overroll, but at his amount of HP, he really wanted to roll a lot. And if, you know, he had the option with the duplicator of hitting so many things, right? If he hit Udyr 2, then he could use the duplicator on Kaisa. Now we actually finally get the ability to go 9. We can get Dragon Lords in here. Finally, we have the Lee Sin, which fits together. This unit like is always going to end up on our board because he fits together with Duelist, though it's not like we don't like need Duelist that badly on the board. But now we're actually playing a 4 Dragon Lord setup, and he's going to opt here for a Porcelain Spat. Of course, that's always what we'd want to go for here with the Lysandra. It fits so well onto this board, giving us Porcelain because you don't really want to play another Porcelain unit. So yeah, this looks fantastic. And now we actually 26 HP, but we're second HP. Look how close this lobby is. Second place is 26 HP, 7th place is 30, and like a couple of fights could separate everyone. So surely we're going to roll a lot here, just trying to pick up upgrades. We probably are going to have to give up on Kaisa 3, just because of the amount of gold we're at and the amount of upgrades we have left to find, because even like a Lee Sin 2 would be a really, really nice pickup. Also, he's positioning his Ornn right next to the Diana to farm a Diana item. She has Porcelain Spat, so getting another item onto her to synergize with that damage reduction and attack speed is going to be really, really nice. I guess I didn't think about it, but you know, she gets that on hit after she casts, so the Porcelain Spat is actually kind of nice on her to give her the attack speed after cast. This is, wow, wait, that's 15 player HP. That actually shakes the game up so much, because I mean, this could put someone like XP Mats here, who was 4 HP prior to getting this encounter. You know, maybe if they have a strong enough board, this allows them to save their game. I would imagine that it doesn't, because if they were at 4 HP, that's usually a bad sign, but you never know. You never know. There's a lot of Fast 9 stuff happening in this set. Man, this Udyr keeps rolling Archangels, and I just love it on him. It's such a nice item to give him that AP to just do all of this damage. Looks like we're just barely going to lose to a really, really capped 9 board from Toronto, Tokyo, with the Hui 2 and everything. That is horrifying. And we did we hold on to those Kaisas? Ooh, that's a Dragon Lord Spat. That would be 5 Dragon Lord if we could pick it up. Sadly, yeah, just barely can't pick that up, so we're going to be forced into taking up Protector's Vow, I guess. Yeah, is fine. We don't really need, like, I mean, Winsu could be fine on someone like Azai. It's not great, or like Renan's, but I think he just wants to get a 3rd Diana item here. Ooh, that is Zaya 2 though, so now I feel a little bit better. It could also be Val Lysandra for the faster cast. I'm curious to see where it goes here. I would probably end up just putting it on the unit with items, so putting it on Diana, but I wouldn't be shocked to see it somewhere else. Let's see. Oh, and he's actually moving. Yeah, he's going to put it on the list, and he's moving his positioning around. So now it's actually reasonable that the list gets an item here from the Ornn. I feel like positioning for Ornn is something that a lot of people like don't talk about, but it's kind of crucial this set. You know, like picking what unit actually gets your item late game is like really like it can swing an entire fight, right? List getting an item versus, you know, like a randomly Sin getting the item, it could actually just swing the entire fight. We got list pair here. We are just rolling it to 0 every round, holding these Udyrs for fun. I mean, I guess no, it doesn't even change. You can't, like, if you hit an Udyr or two, it's not like you could sell the Udyr and reroll the Thief's Glove, because they've changed Thief's Glove this set where it's always going to roll the same item this round. So yeah, I feel like we have to pick up the list. Looks like maybe he's holding Udyrs to deny another player here, because, like, I mean, you would certainly sell these for Econ. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised that we're even holding on to them, but okay, yeah, and we do end up selling them. Lysandra farms as an item, actually, and that's a Gargoyle, which is really nice. This could go onto Lee Sin, it could go onto Diana if we really wanted it to. It's interesting that he threw the Porcelain Spat on Diana, and now is itemizing Lee Sin. Like, I almost feel like if we were going to put all these items on Lee Sin, who is, you know, in many ways a better unit, then maybe we should have just put the Porcelain Spat on him in the first place. But maybe he doesn't really care about the attack speed because he is Duelist. Items here, there's Crown Guard, another Vow, double Vow Lysandra for the Instacast. I have to imagine we're going to roll here, right? We're not going 10. We don't roll here. He's thinking about maybe going 10. I mean, he's almost 10 with the Exalted. And level 10 is a huge spike, right? There's so many things that we could get in on 10 that would spike our board a lot. So I don't hate it. It's just really risky. But, you know, YBY1 loves this kind of risk, playing for his highest cap board. Just barely take a loss there. But hey, that's a little bit of Econ with Patient Study. We pick up the Lysandra too. How much gold do we need to level up here? 50 or 49 gold. So we need one more round. Hold on to the Soraka, who's usually a really nice unit to get in on these type of boards. It's Ultras. Sadly, it's actually not Heavenly on this board, right? We don't have Heavenly in, and I don't know if there's an easy way to fit it. But, I mean, still, just getting Ultrist onto our board, a bunch of tank stats is really nice. We lost Toronto Tokyo last time. We're just barely going to be able to win this time. I think, like, actually, potentially because of the items that Udyr rolled here, that BT, it was BT Declaw, I think. But, I mean, just having that BT on Udyr is fantastic. Ooh, we can also get a Zero in onto this board. Yeah, this is really nice. Gives us Invoker, which is nice when you have this many units on your board, and it's Dryad. I mean, it's really late Dryad for the Ornn, so not much HP being given to him, but a little bit of AP is not bad, and a little bit of HP. We're going to stack it up decently because, I mean, we're killing like 10 units every single fight. So we're going to win this fight as well. Got to pick up that pair, yeah, and I mean, this looks like it's going to end up just being our board here. Another Porcelain Spat is pretty funny. It doesn't really do that much for us, but maybe it's the pickup here. There's also, do we have Shred on this board? Because there's also a Spark. Yeah, Spark here I think has to be the pickup, because yeah, I don't think we ever built Shred. Yeah, we never built Shred, and we actually ended up getting Heal Cut through the Ink Shadow item, but we never even built Heal Cut, which is funny. Yeah, now that yeah, Spark Lysandra is an interesting idea, because now you kind of have to move her up a bit here. This is cute. I like this here. So we move the Lysandra up. She's actually applying it to frontline here, and, you know, she's going to be applying it for herself because she's low range. It's also just a third item onto her. It's going to make her tankier, give her some AP to work with. I like it a lot, actually. Man, this is a late game. We're going to go to stage 7 this game, right? 2 people alive? Yeah, I mean, this is a long game. I guess because of the Ahri encounter where Everin got another 15 HP, that kind of extended the entire game here. He looked at, for a second, frontlining the Lysandra here, which I don't think is the worst idea. The problem is putting it next to the Udyr. She's just going to get focused down. So you got to be really careful if you want a frontline list, but she does have a lot of tanky stats. We're just going to burst through this board, which probably means it's a top 2. Yep. So we just got us and this 5 mythic Kog'Maw reroll board. It's so funny. It's like everyone is cap 9 boards and then just Kog'Maw reroll, just 1 cost reroll. This reroll comp is so strong. I need to play this more. It is wild. Looking at potentially an Azir item here, potentially a Xayah item here. Either one. I mean, a TG onto, like a random TG onto a Azir wouldn't be bad. We're rolling down here. I'm not sure exactly for what, like what could actually go into this board, and looks like it's going to be nothing. And we're just going to pick up the Deathblade for a Xayah here to get our Xayah item. No TG. I feel like TG would have been fantastic. We're just full 2 items for Azir. We're going to swap over. We're same side as Kog'Maw, which it can kind of go either way, because it allows Kog'Maw to snipe backline, but also means that you're not going to get like 1-tapped from like a cross-board Kog'Maw ult, so it kind of goes either way. Pick up the Huitu here, which I think, yeah, he's just trying to deny this player from picking up Huizen Shop. Really smart stuff from YBY1. He doesn't have anything left to roll for, so might as well just deny this Hui. And hey, look at that. Like, no Hui 2, so we got one more fight. And if they hit Hui 2, maybe this would swing the entire fight. Yeah, they end up actually moving items over to the Lilia because they know that they can't itemize the Hui. Our backline got a little bit sniped there, though, but we still have Xayah alive, and yeah, looks good. There's no way that this Cho'Gath can 1v9, right? So it's gonna be the win for YBY1. Really cool Fast 9 game, showing how you can flex around Exalted, showing, I mean, just so much stuff. Had to build a board on 8 so to sort of stabilize on the way to 9. Yeah, it was kind of like Fast 8 into level 9 board. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitch and all my other links down below. Thanks for watching.